Hi everyone. So I look a bit of a mess, but that is okay. So I really wanted to start documenting and doing videos or vlogs on my pregnancy. I'm around 27 weeks at the moment, and I'm due in May, like towards the end of May. And something that I have been researching and been wanting to do is breastfeeding. And so, with my first daughter, she is currently 9 years old. She'll be 10, like a little bit after the baby's born in May. And it's been a long time, obviously, since I've had a baby. Um, and like I said, I breastfed her for maybe 6 to 8 weeks. It wasn't that long because my breasts were very, very sore, and it's not something that I wanted to deal with like that at the time. I didn't really have support at that time. I was like 18, 19 years old, and it was just very difficult for me. I didn't really, I guess you could say I was kind of lazy in actually like taking on finding out more information about consultants and breastfeeding and getting the actual help and stuff that I would need in order for me to be successful in breastfeeding. And now that I'm older, I actually am looking forward to breastfeeding and having that bond, and also just being able to produce and use the body that God gave me in an amazing way, not just by birth, but by being able to feed and, help my child survive from the womb. So, and also, not to mention, you definitely lose weight, by breastfeeding as well. So, I gained a lot of weight since I've been back from Atlanta, and I'm looking forward to losing that as well. So, but yeah, I just wanted to do this video just to start documenting my journey. And like I said, I wanted to do breastfeeding, and I want to try to keep it up for like 2, 3 years. Um, I definitely plan on having more children. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just do it. So this video specifically, I wanted to make because I think that a lot of women are scared or are told not to express your colostrum before you have the baby. And a little bit of people are talking about how they actually do. And of course, when you reach anything lower than 25, 26 weeks, it's if you have health concerns or issues with your pregnancy, you definitely do not want to express your colostrum early or at all before the baby. Of course, it makes sense because if you already have children, or if you have, a baby already a few months old and you're getting ready to have another baby and you're already breastfeeding, then obviously what's the difference? If you're married or you're in a relationship and you're having sexual intercourse, you're releasing toxins from your body that somewhat induce labor. But at the same time, when you're breastfeeding or you're stimulating your breast, you're also releasing those toxins as well. But when you're having sexual intercourse, you're releasing more toxins than you would when you're actually breastfeeding. So, or pumping, breastfeeding or pumping, whatever. So, I did a lot of research, and I definitely want to, document, vlog my journey as far as expressing my colostrum and pumping before the baby comes. Like I said, I'm 27 weeks pregnant, and I did get a manual pump. So just to start me out, because I didn't want it to be, I wanted to be able to control what I was pumping and how I was pumping, how I was feeling. My reasons for wanting to pump this head of like this early is because I remember when I had my daughter, it was kind of difficult for me to actually produce, and I was single at the time. Well, not single, but I wasn't living with my daughter's father. I was living with my parents at the time, and it was just difficult having a newborn as a teenager alone, your parents not really helping, um, and at the same time it's just a lot to take on. And I think that when you have a lot to take on, you feel even the slightest bit of overwhelmed or stressed or anything that's not peaceful, that's where you kind of develop postpartum depression. And so for me, I noticed when I came home from the hospital, it took me a couple weeks in order for me to actually be able to pump and produce milk. After a while, I did start producing a lot of milk. I was getting like 18 ounces in 20 minutes. So I was getting a lot of milk once I started being consistent with it. But like I said, that's how I think you get postpartum depression, when you feel like you have a lot to take on. Mind the fact that you just created a life inside of your body. So it's just very overwhelming and difficult. So I feel as though I wanted to get a head start. I want to store my colostrum. I want to store every ounce of milk that I get and put it in order for when baby comes home. I'll be able to thaw it out, feed it to her, and just keep pumping. And it's not going to be as painful as it would be, right off the bat, breastfeeding and having a baby home at the same time. So those are my reasons. And like I said, the only time that it's very not recommended to actually express your colostrum before you have the baby is if you've had very difficult times with your pregnancy, like miscarriages, preterm labors, IVF, like anything that is not a normal pregnancy is going to possibly, it's not a guarantee, possibly put you in that category for preterm labor if you decide to express your colostrum ahead of time. I know 27 weeks may be a very, very early time. I'm 6, almost 7 months in my third trimester, about to be my third trimester. But like I said, I have done a lot of research on it, and I'm going to vlog the whole process. And so with that being said, I did go ahead and start pumping today with my manual breast pump. I did use the Medilla manual breast pump that I got from Target, and I want to show you guys what my actual results were as far as what I got today. So I'm going to start, of course, if I feel like I need to seriously pump, I'm going to do that. But at the moment, I'm just going to try to start doing it in the morning and towards the evening, as far as pumping the colostrum, and I'm just going to store it in the freezer. You can keep breast milk stored in your freezer for 6 to 12 months. So like I said, it's going to be in order, and I want to make sure that my baby gets all of those nutrients, and I'm not just throwing away colostrum, because you want to keep those supplements for your baby. You want to keep them. So like I said, I used the manual Medilla breast pump, And I'm super excited about my results as far as the amount of time that I actually breastfed, or I'm breast pumped with the manual, and the fact that I haven't pumped in like 9 years. So, and it's so fascinating to me. Like, this is milk. Like, this is milk to feed an infant, a baby. And of course, I just want to put it out there. If it gets too overwhelming to where I'm producing a lot of milk, I definitely will be donating it. So what I did is for my left breast, I pumped about 25 minutes. And for my right, I pumped about 25 minutes as well. Somewhere in between 20 and 25 minutes. I didn't go over 25 minutes. So let me just show you what I got. Okay, so here, the manual breast pump. And look at this, you guys. This is how much colostrum I pumped. This is so awesome. So, like I said, I'm going to put this in the freezer with the cap. And I'm going to probably start pumping like twice a day. Like maybe 20 minutes per breast. And we will see where we go. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Liquid gold, y'all. Liquid gold. So this is a little under an hour worth of pumping at 27 weeks pregnant. That's pretty awesome. I did notice that my left breast had a little less milk in it, or colostrum in it, and then my right kind of had the most. And I don't know, it was kind of weird to me because since I've been pregnant, I've noticed that my my left breast was a little bit bigger than my right. So it was just kind of weird that there was more milk in my right one than my left one. But, okay, so I don't want to make this video too long, but just wanted to give you information as far as expressing colostrum before you give birth. And like I said, I'm going to keep updating this so you see the process and what goes on. And the process, what it's called antenatal. Antenatal. So antenatal is pretty much when you express colostrum before you give birth. A lot of women do it just because they've had issues expressing the colostrum, you know, like being in the hospital and being at home. And you have to keep your baby hydrated with your breast milk if you're solely doing breast milk. And that's what I intend to do. I just want to do breast milk, no formula at all. And that's the process I want to go on, like, you know, making the baby's food by like getting a little puree thing and just, you know, pureeing everything and making it healthy and natural as possible. So, but all right, so I will see you guys in the next video. Thumbs up this video, comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.